गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग
ओके बालाजी, हाँ
सर।
वॉइस क्रैक हो रहा है, कुछ समझ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है। हेलो हेलो
मॉर्निंग। हेलो
हाँ हेलो।
हेलो।
हाँ अब क्लियर है वॉइस।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर। हाँ सर, एक डाउट है सर। जो आपने मिरर का बोला था, वो मैं मिरर कर रहा हूँ तो कहीं और ही हो रहा है, वो प्रॉपर पोजीशन में नहीं आ रहा।
पोजीशन पे नहीं आ रहा है तो पिवट पॉइंट
यस।
करेक्ट है।
हाँ सर, लाइक जो मैंने ग्रुप मर्ज किया था उसको, ऑब्जेक्ट को,
हम्म,
जो सिंगल सिंगल पीस थे, एंड उसके बाद मिरर यूज किया था
तो
तो
नहीं, ऑब्जेक्ट को
प्रॉपर।
मर्ज करने से क्या होता है कि पिवट पॉइंट सेंटर पे चला आता है। ठीक है, उसका एवरेज जो जितने भी ऑब्जेक्ट है सबका एवरेज के सेंटर पे चला आता है। उसके बाद अगर मर्ज उसको सिमेट्री करेंगे तो वो सिमेट्री नहीं होगा। तुम जी ब्रश की बात कर रहे हो, माया की बात कर रहे हो, पहले ये बताओ।
सर जी ब्रश, जी ब्रश, जी ब्रश।
ओके, जी ब्रश में देते हुए काम करना चाहिए। तो चेक करो कि तुम्हारा सिमेट्री काम पिवट पॉइंट कहाँ पे है। जैसा अभी दिख रहा है, मैंने जो सिलेक्ट किया हुआ उसका पिवट पॉइंट कहीं और है, ये वाला पार्ट।
यस।
ठीक है,
यस।
पिवट पॉइंट कहीं और है तो अगर मैं इसको सिमेट्री करूंगा तो करेक्ट नहीं होगा। तो उसको पहले तुम्हें पिवट पॉइंट सेंटर पे लेके आना पड़ेगा। ये वाला बटन क्लिक
हाँ।
करोगे, सेंटर पे लेके आना पड़ेगा।
हाँ।
लोकल सिमेट्री ऑन कर लो इन केस तुम्हारा मॉडल अगर एसिमेट्रिक है तो। और
हम्म।
उसके बाद डुप्लीकेट, उसके बाद सिमेट्री मिरर करोगे तो हो जाएगा।
हम्म।
तो पिवट पॉइंट सेंटर पे होना चाहिए, वो जरूरी है, उसके बिना काम नहीं करेगा। यहाँ पे मेरे को दिख रहा है कि मेरे मॉडल में गड़बड़ है। ओके, यहाँ पे कुछ होल रह गया है। सो डॉक्यूमेंट को दिख रहा है कुछ तो इशू है। मैं इसको देखो, मैं इसको अभी अभी जैसे जी ब्रश में एक ऑप्शन है मिरर एंड वेल्ड। अगर मैं इसमें जाऊंगा मॉडिफाई टोपोलॉजी, यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन है मिरर एंड वेल्ड। बट ये सिर्फ ओनली ओनली एक्स एक्सिस पे, मतलब लेफ्ट टू राइट पे काम करता है। मतलब लेफ्ट साइड को कॉपी करेगा, इसको कॉपी करेगा, इधर
हम्म।
पेस्ट कर देगा। पर अगर मैं ये यूज करूंगा तो मेरा ये वाला साइड खराब है, तो यहाँ पे एक होल है। तो बाई चांस आई गेस कहीं पे रह बाई चांस रह गया है ये, मैंने नोटिस नहीं किया। यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा है मेरे को, तो ये तो यहाँ पे भी गड़बड़ दिख रहा है। ये होल कहाँ से आया? हाँ तो नहीं, होल कहाँ से आया? कहीं पे होल दिखा नहीं रहा है। यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे तो होल नहीं बना रहे, यहाँ तो करेक्ट है।
यस सर, ऐसा होता है जीब्रश में। ऑब्जेक्ट थोड़ा खराब हो जाते हैं
नहीं नहीं
देखने में,
नहीं नहीं,
तब वो।
एक्चुअली जीब्रश में खराब नहीं होता। ओ मेरे को दिख गया, ये रहा, दिख गया मेरे को इशू। ये एनगॉन है। अगर एनगॉन रहेगा मॉडल में तो ये प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट
हाँ।
करता है। तो उसकी वजह से इसकी वजह से कुछ ना कुछ तो इशू हुआ है। तो इसका सबसे इजी सोल्यूशन है कि मेरे को ये एनगॉन कनेक्ट करके लेके आना है, कनेक्ट कर देना है। तो कनेक्ट करने से देखो दिख रहा है
हम्म।
कि मैंने कुछ कनेक्ट किया होगा तो ये बाई चांस ये वाला लूप डिलीट हो गया एक्सीडेंटली, या जैसे भी हो, कहीं ना कहीं ये गड़बड़ हुआ है। इसकी वजह से तो दिख रहा है क्लियरली कि यहाँ पे गड़बड़ हुआ है। एंड सिमिलरली अगर मेरे को अगर ये एंड भी करना है ऐसे एब्रप्टली, मैं इसको ट्राइंगुलेट कर दूंगा। सॉरी, मतलब वो ओपन एज ओपन एंड रहता है ना, उससे खराब करता है मुझको। तो वाला सेट ठीक हो गया है। उसकी वजह से गड़बड़ होता है। तो मैं देखो मेरा भी वही गड़बड़ हुआ, तो मैं भी इसको थोड़ा सा कट लगा के ठीक कर लिया यहाँ पे। ये तो क्वाड ही है, यहाँ पे क्वाड है, क्वाड है, क्वाड है, सब क्वाड है। बाकी तो इसको तो मैं इजी रखना चाहूंगा। तो अभी बस मैंने इसी को अपडेट किया। ठीक है, 3 प्लस चेक कर लेता हूँ। यहाँ पे शार्प एज बना रहा है। ओके, तो बस इसी को एक्सपोर्ट कर लूंगा। चिंतन ज्वाइन कर रहा है। ओके, एक्सपोर्ट सिलेक्शन, कुछ तो नाम दे देता हूँ उसको, माया को सेव कर लेता हूँ। एंड मैंने ये देखिए, मैंने ये एक्सपोर्ट किया तो मैं सिर्फ इसी को मैंने एक्सपोर्ट किया, तो मैं इसी वाले मेश पे सब टूल को ये सिलेक्ट किया हुआ है, इसी पे जाके ये नया वाला इंपोर्ट कर लूंगा, क्वाड करूंगा।
सर चिंतन को एक्सेस चाहिए।
तो चिंता तो हो चुका है, कनेक्ट किया ना, कनेक्ट हो चुका है।
पता नहीं सर, वो आके अभी बोला।
कनेक्ट हो, मे बी इसको मैं डिलीट कर देता हूँ।
Sir,
यस,
Balaji and Vishnu both are not going to join. They are traveling.
बालाजी तो लाइक ही इन्फॉर्म्ड मी, आई नो दैट। विष्णु, विष्णु तो लाइक ही लाइक, हाँ यू ऑलरेडी इन्फॉर्म्ड राइट, हाँ हाँ ही इन्फॉर्म्ड।
I don't know that they both told me to. I told you that they both are in traveling.
Okay, no issues. So let me up the torso, the pelvic area is little. Sorry to append it again. Okay. Still, I can see the little issue from where it's generating. So I'll supply a smooth here in Maya itself and then export it. Then there won't be any problem. So basically what I was doing, I was unwrapping my model and checking everything. So while unwrapping, I figured out that like some cut issue, some vertex issue, those things I cleaned. So make sure while UVing, if you like find any error, any issue, like make sure fix it. I fixed it, and I'll just save. This is the, let me save it. Save as. Yes, and okay, there is one Maya. So here, what I did is I created two set. Like initially, we created a basic blocking, right? So I just kept it here only directly, and duplicate the other one. This is my low poly actual without any supporting loops, anything. I deleted everything, cleaned the entire mesh, and I can see there is an issue. So like, make sure if you find any problem, anything while creating, while doing your low poly, make sure fix it. There is no n-gon. There is one more n-gon I can see clearly. So I did the UV. I guess I missed it, this section. So fix everything. Okay. Now, like we were unwrapping our model, right? So I'll show you unwrapping our model. So if I show you, see my everything is done. Like I have unwrapped everything and packed also. So unwrapping, like this. So my entire, you can see half body I have deleted, like this leg, hand, and everything I have deleted. I kept only the center part as unique. This is like full unique part, and this part I'm going to duplicate it. So before duplicating, make sure unwrap everything properly. So I unwrapped everything, like that what we were doing, like one part at a time. We are unwrapping everything, right? So we unwrapped everything. After unwrapping, what you're supposed to do is select the entire body, and okay, I'll just show you. Like suppose it's here, there, like randomly, because initially if you unwrap everything separately, it will be like floating here and there. It won't be like in the UV tile. So suppose it's like this, and scaling also different for each and every individual, right? Scaling also different. So how to fix it? How to like combine everything and lay out everything? So in Maya, there's a very good tool is there, and it basically fixes the scaling plus the placement of the layout entire thing. So select everything, all UV, right click UV and select everything. Then press Shift, Layout, and Layout Setting. This is a box, and it will open this box. There are like two methods. One is Unfold 3D. Unfold 3D is basically it was a separate software altogether. Now it's part of Maya. So it can like unwrap very nicely, plus lay out your UV like almost like you manually do it, like almost like that. So what I did is I clicked on this thing, non-manifold geometry. It was off. Okay, I'll just reset it. So by default, when you open it, you can see it's like this. Unfold. So setting, I just switched on non-manifold geometry. That means if there is an error in the mesh, if there is anything, any floating vertex, or there is any loop is incomplete or some issue is there, it will fix it. It will triangulate that and fix it, correct it. Then packing resolution, the like resolution of the packing, your density, and like there is options multiple objects. I have multiple objects packed together but no overlapping, packed separately but overlapping. So there will be cases like suppose I have 4 different maps. For leg, a separate map. For body, separate map. For that visor glass wala section is like separate map, suppose. So in that case, I'll select separate pack, separate, overlapping, and I will group them like that. Like leg is solid geometry, I combine it. Body, I'll combine it and then use it. So it will automatically create 3 sets of UV. Or right now we're using only one set of UV, one set of texture. So no non-overlapping. We're not going to overlap anything, because right now you can see, yes, we are going to overlap, definitely going to overlap, like this body to this body. But right now I have to see this section doesn't exist. I have deleted it. So what I do is I'll click this thing, because after unwrapping, finishing my unwrapping, I will duplicate. So what will happen by default, UV also duplicate and it will overlap perfectly, right? Otherwise it will create it will take I cannot use automatic packing, otherwise it will create issue. So like whatever you are supposed to duplicate, make sure delete those section and keep that section you are supposed to duplicate left to right, and keep it. And then do not modify anything here. Then come to texture size, like whatever your texture size, like maybe 4K. For this, suppose I'm planning 4K, because it's a huge asset, and if I use 1K or 2K, it won't be, the clarity won't be good. So I'll click 4K, and there is something called shell padding, tile padding. So shell padding and tile padding is basically distance from one shell to another UV shell. There should be a distance, there should, because a UV shell should not touch each other, should not overlap. So for 4K, there is a standard we use in industry. It's called, we use 16 pixel for 4K. For 2K, 8 pixel. For 1K, 4 pixel. It's a standard. Like there should be at least one pixel gap between, minimum 1 pixel gap between one shell to another shell. So this is something you can do it automatically. Just for 4K, 16 pixel. And I have selected pixels. And tile padding is tile from one tile to another tile. I can keep 1 pixel. Like from this tile, it should not touch the border, basically. That's my entire intention. If it touches the border, it might bleed into another part. That's why tile at least 1 pixel or maybe I can 2 pixel. It should be enough. And tile is I'm using this one. I'm using this one full square uniform scale mode. I don't want to stretch anything. So everything is fine. Done. Just click apply. And you can see everything is packed very nicely. It doesn't look like automatic packing.
Yes.
So it saves tons of like a ton of, because UV packing is very important. If you do it manually, it will take at least 1 hour, half an hour, or 2 hour maybe, depending upon the complexity of the model. So if you use this, you can see it's like almost nicely packed everything, and you can see in between those gaps that those also filled. If you use automatic, it doesn't fill it like this, right? So all those inside gaps and everything is filled nicely, and you can see like all small corners, parts, sections, everything is filled. And there is, you can see everywhere there is a distance between UV shell and plus from the border also. And I can see there is a unwanted this thing. I fixed it. So cross check, there shouldn't be any in between unwanted seam, any cut unwanted, anything. Double check everything. And if you zoom in, you can see it's not touching the border. Everywhere there is a slight 2 pixel gap. 2 pixel gap is there. So 2 pixel from this side and 2 pixel from this side. It becomes 4 pixel. So automatic, the 4 pixel is like decent enough, and it will it won't bleed. So I have nice, you can see nicely packed. Now if I want to modify anything manually, I can definitely do it, but you can see this looks pretty decent and pretty nice. Like I don't have to manually pack it.
Yes.
So it's like very easy, simple. So this is one technique. Or suppose this is like uniformly I'm doing everything, but like we planned, like suppose I want to scale few parts, scale up and down. I'm just randomly showing this. So I change the scaling, like inside parts are scaled down and outside part is scaled up. In that case, I cannot use unfold 3D. Sorry, is layout unfold 3D setting. If I use it, it will change the scale once again. So what I can do is scale mode, I can switch it off. If I switch it off the scale mode, it won't scale anything and it will pack as it is. But it packs everything, but it won't fit into that one tile. What I have to do is manually I have to fit it. So D and V and bring this thing. D and X, snap to this section, scale it down. And fit it. Like this I can do it, but this is like not the right way of doing it. It will, again, I have to see empty areas, empty sections. Layout. So for this kind of thing, you can see it again scaled up this section. So this is one problem with Unfold 3D. It basically uniformly scale everything without any distortion or without any difference. Like if you manually do it, you can modify things, but if you are not doing manually, it will create problem. So if I use Unfold 3D, Unfold 3D, and you can see this, in this case all those inside sections are not that filled. So I'll just make it uniform, or I can make it non-uniform. So let's see. Undo. Yeah, one more time. Yeah, non-uniform. Select everything. Layout. At this time, I'll use non-uniform scale. Like whatever scale is there, use that scale only. Apply. And now this time, you can see still it's scaling up. Like Unfold, this is like Unfold 3D's main issue. It changes the scale. entire distribution, but this is can be controlled with the help of legacy. Undo, and if I go to legacy, you can see all options changed. This is default Maya setting. So here I can use single or multiple object, non-overlapping. Pre-scale, I can keep it none, so it won't modify the scaling. Because like in Unfold 3D, it's modifying the scaling. If you use pre-scale none, then it won't modify your scaling. If I click on object, it will scale according to the object's size. And here also you can see I have a map size, rotation, uniform, and rotation is free, so you can rotate everything and fix all this thing. And percentage space is basically distance from one shell to another shell. This is also I can do, apply, and here you can see it packs, but this is not, this is also decent, but you can see there's a lot of space wastage. But if I go to Unfold 3D, reset, and fix this thing, 4K, 16 and 2 pixel, and rest everything layout, and apply. So it will give me very nice UV layout without any error, any problem. And plus you can see there is always a gap, and clear gap. It's not touching the border anywhere, and nicely distributed all UV, everything. If you want to check, like suppose you are not happy with this setting, so you can always go here, make sure select everything. Like suppose this layout you are not very happy, you want to modify something, or you think like, okay, it can be better. Apply one more time. So if this is the best possible layout. See, nothing is changing. So it's basically calculates everything and automatically generate this UV. And this is like best possible automated this thing. If yes, it can be better, yes, of course it can be better. Like all the small parts, if I want, I can scale it up a little bit to give to get better result. And rest everything you see nicely packed, and UV is done. So once my UV is ready, you can see I have combined the duplicate link, the part I'm going to duplicate, I have combined it. So once my UV is done, Control D, -1, and now my model is ready. Now select everything, combine it, delete history, and if you go now to UV, you can see UV looks exactly the same. But what happened now? Your left side and right side is overlapped. So how to check that? You can click on this second option. First option is your only UV. Second is basically shows you all the tiling of UV. Blue means non-overlapping, and you can see this like like purplish some color. It basically means one part is blue, one part is red. That's why combination of blue and red. So it's overlapped. All these sections are overlapped. If we move it, you can see. Okay. Oh, my symmetry is on. Just give me a second. And symmetry works in UV also. You can see one part is red, one part is blue. So it's blue because it's not overlap, and this one is flipped. So because I have symmetried the model, so automatically UV also duplicated and flipped it, and placement and everything is like perfectly snapped, perfectly matched. You can see there is not even a single pixel distortion. And all these purplish, pinkish purplish part is basically duplicate of the hand and leg, and rest of the body is non-overlap. So why I did this? So like left, like if whenever you see the character center part, we always focus. So that should be like what do you call it? Not non-symmetrical, or should be unique. It should be. It cannot like I see and identify. Okay, this looks like overlap. It looks like symmetry or texture overlapping. It should not be visible. So that's why I only hand and leg I overlap, and body I kept it like unique. So it may, if I want, like if I have like really low texture resolution, like maybe 512 or something, in that case I'll delete the 50% entire from center and symmetry the entire thing, just to make sure everything looks fine. You can see all these things are red or rest of the things are blue. It's clearly visible.
Yes.
Then one more thing is there in Maya. If you click the third option, in this third option, wherever you see this red, that means there is a stretch. There is a stretch in UV. Like white and blue is white and blue is perfectly acceptable. Plus slight reddish tint is acceptable. This is like something like little too red, and this is also little too red. This is like because blue is perfectly unwrapped and red is like squeezed, and it's like really stretching or less pixels. So like this I can check my entire UV and fixed it. So, this is this is my visor, this glass area. It's a basically a glass. There is not enough detail and it's translucent, so I can keep it like this. It will be acceptable. But for this section, I can see clearly this is red. That means, let's see, I need to fix this. Okay, left and right is overlapped. Okay, so graphic driver update. So left and right is overlapped. I can see this part is all red. That means if I symmetry like fix this, I want to fix this, I have to like cut it this UV and keep it separate. Then it will be perfectly clean. So for that, I have to delete the half again and then do it. And rest everything is fine. Rest everything is fine. What is this? Just give me a second. Okay. So now my UVs are done. UVs, and you can see UV is super easy and super fast in Maya. So your entire this thing is ready. So now, but now like traditionally what I guess you are used to of doing, you create a model and take it to the substance. Have you textured the substance yet? Not yet, right? Or
No,
yes?
sir.
No, okay, not yet. So if I take this model directly into substance, just give me a second. My left side and right side is overlapped, so I can keep this thing like this only, because this part only going to bake and it will reflect to on this part anyways. So I can keep it like this if I want, or if I want I can duplicate this section also this side. That's like perfectly fine. Like traditionally what you do is you create low poly, UV it, and then export it to substance and then bake it. But in this case we won't be able to do it directly like that. Reason, because there are so many parts inside or interconnected and all those things. If I do that, it will create artifacts, or like maybe like suppose this section, if I bake it, this part will project its details on this section, this part will project its detail on here. So it will create problem in my geometry. So some issue happened here. I can see clearly outside. Okay, so in that case, what we do is we explode the model and bake it. So first, I'll show you the basic structure, like what we do. Export your model. This is your DBA, OBJ, FBX, anything is fine. But I prefer FBX always. Reason, like there might be cases like it like for game engine, especially for game engine. Like right now we're not going to touch game engine, but for gaming, whenever you import any model into game engine, it triangulates automatically. So and substance also works exactly like it. Whenever you import a model, it triangulates. So problem is like if you import OBJ, when you export your model from mesh, suppose you imported this model into Unreal, like while for Unreal or Unity, any game engine, you have to export this into FBX, not OBJ. So FBX setting is different, OBJ settings are different. If you export this into FBX and import into any engine and then apply a texture from substance, it might be little different or little bit might create some issue. So if you export FBX and import it to substance and texture on this FBX, so it will be exactly the same, because this OBJ and FBX settings are different. OBJ doesn't support smoothing group, doesn't support your second UV, and like, lots of issues are there. So FBX supports your multiple UV channels plus your smoothing group and all other settings. But that's why we always prefer to use FBX for game. So I DVA export this. Okay, you haven't used Substance. Okay. So give me a second. This is not the updated file. I was modifying few things. Okay. So like suppose I am planning to like texture like use this and texture it, or maybe okay, let's okay. First I'll do this thing, exported this thing and hide it. Hide. So suppose like, forget about ZBrush right now. Finally, we'll export ZBrush model only and bake it. So right now this is my high poly, but there is no smoothing group, nothing is applied, right? So to what? You said something. Okay, this
No,
is
sir.
my, suppose this is my high poly and I press 3. It will smooth the model, but this is only and only preview for Maya, not for this thing. Not for your Substance or any other software. So what I'll have to do is select this and okay, one thing I can do is okay, I can keep this thing as it is and combine it, the string, and apply a smoothing group. Well, sorry, smooth like your turbo smooth, 2 divisions. It's pretty dense, you can see, pretty dense, and export this. This can be OBJ or anything, doesn't matter. DPA, it can be OBJ underscore high. So 2 separate models, one is high poly, one is low poly. Now open Substance Painter. So open Substance Painter. This is your because before this you haven't used any you haven't used Substance Painter. So what I'm doing here is I open Substance Painter, and this is your default view. Default, it looks like this. You can see, cannot see anything. Everything is gray. So base shelf have all the settings for your texturing, and Substance is only and only for texturing. This is for texturing, and you have all the like preset materials, smart materials, smart mask, environment, color profile, your project settings, alpha, basically all those shapes or texture you want to use, grunge, procedural maps, textures, like all those things. This is all preset already there in Substance. You can see normal maps are also there, hard surface normal maps also there. Suppose you want to create some normal, you can do it directly in Substance also. So I'll explain all this thing one by one, don't worry. I'll explain all these things. So first thing first, this is my 3D view, this is my UV view, but you cannot see anything. And right side is basically all the settings for your material, for your texture, for your like material, number of materials and everything. So first thing first, open, go to file, new, and now we are doing it for Maya, not for Max, right? So basic default setting, normal map format should be changed to OpenGL. Max use DirectX, Maya uses OpenGL. This is like one major difference between Max and Maya. Their viewport setting is different. So Max uses DirectX. By default, it's DirectX because most of the game engine supports DirectX. So if you using Maya, you can
Yes, sir.
change it to OpenGL, completely fine. And this texture size, you can change it anytime. And Substance, the best part of Substance is it generates texture procedurally. Procedurally is basically means like tiling in a tiling manner. And it's there is no like if you increase or decrease the texture size,
Seamless.
it won't change anything. It won't. It will. If you reduce size, it will reduce the texture like detail level. If you increase the size, it will automatically increase the detail level. That is the best part of a Substance. Now, file template, you have to select. You can select like PVR non-metallic, or you can. We are going to use PVR texture, the PVR metallic roughness template. So we are going to use. Do you guys know what is metallic and what is roughness? No, right?
Mm, mm,
Okay, I'll explain.
roughness.
Okay, no, I'll explain. So, okay. Nowadays in gaming, we use texturing. The format is called, the process format is called PVR texture, physically based rendering. PVR stands for physically based rendering. So basically, we create all the color or detail, everything based on the physical property of that surface. If it's a ceramic thing, or it's a wax or candle, paper, metal, or what, based on that surface we generate texture. So PVR physically based renders. So if it's a
Yes,
plastic, so there will be a metal. The plastic is non-metal, right? So metal is basically a map. In that
yes,
map, we define all white part. Like in that part, we define metallic parts are should be white, like in that metal map, that those sections should be white. It will engine will treat it as a metal part. If it's black, it's non-metal part. The roughness is basically the surface of that particular object. If that object surface is very
okay,
rough, it will be matte. Like roughness means, like suppose you have wooden surface. Wood is basically rough in nature, and it's non-shiny until and unless you polish it. Metals are like shiny in nature, right? So it's like a really low on roughness. It's really smooth basically. So we use roughness, like define the surface, like physical property basically. Wood is physical property is rough, that's why it will be white. White means rough, black means non-rough.
yes,
Okay. So like for metal part, we'll make it like white. We'll make it like push it to black, it's less rough, so it will become shiny. Okay. DirectX, I'll select OpenGL, selected model. This is my object. And why there is two objects, two DVA? One sec. Yes, this one is OBJ. Oh, yeah. So just give me a second, delete it to very confusion. Okay. So now file, new, selected setting, PVR metallic, OpenGL, and this map size we can change anytime. So this is like no need to worry. Like in Photoshop, we create anything, we cannot change the size. If you increase or decrease, it will the detail level will change. Select DVA, open, and open. Now you can see your model here and your UV here. Navigation is exactly like Maya. Alt, right click, zoom out, and this is a UV and this is a 3D view. Alt, left mouse button, rotate. So if I want
yes,
only 3D view, I press F2. Or if I want both the view, F1. If I want only UV view, I can press F3. The F2 is 3D view. I can use this directly, and you can see my entire model is visible. Everything is here. Fine. Nothing is flipped. Everything is clean. Now, first thing first, to how Substance work is, Substance generate a couple of maps, like few maps based on your high poly if you have a high poly. If you don't have a high poly, based on your low poly, it will generate all the maps. Like maps, what are the maps? Right, so you can see channels, your base color, height, roughness, metallic, and it basically generates normal map, world space normal, your ID map, your ambient occlusion, curvature, position, thickness. All these maps it will generate based on the model, based on the mesh. And then whatever it generates, and based on that, it will create texture, detail. So first thing first, import your model. Like this is like a rule, basic rule. Import your model, then bake your all mesh maps. You say bake mesh maps. Click on this. It will open this window. Here you can define the size. I'm going to use 4K. So 4K, or you can see scroll up. I am under texture settings. Texture output size is selected 2K. If I want, I can change it to 4K anytime. Nothing will happen. It will like instantly change. Now, bake mesh maps, change this to 4K. You can see this 8K option is also there. So 4K is fine. Now, it's going to generate normal world space, all these options. And I have a high poly. So click on this. I can see high definition mesh. So I need to import, like select my high definition model. This is my high definition model. Open. The path is selected. No need to change anything. Yes. What we can do, anti-aliasing, we can change. Anti-aliasing is basically the sharpness of the maps. I can change it to 4x4 or 8x8, but it will increase the time of baking. So this is I can increase. And you can see now it's showing a mesh box. Basically, all this thing will generate like based on the high poly model. Now, just select this. Size selected, high poly selected. No need to do anything. No need to change anything. No need to touch anything. Click on bake selected texture or bake form one. Like whatever one material is applied. So make sure while exporting from Maya, your low poly should have only one material. If you have multiple materials, it will show you to multiple materials here. So it should be only and only one material. Make sure of that. Then bake, and it will start baking everything. And it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. You can see. Normal is baked. World space normal is baked. And ID map is baking. ID map is basically, suppose if you want to create selection, in that case we use ID map. Right now there is no ID map. By default it will be blank. You and ambient occlusion takes little extra time because it's ambient occlusion. It's a bit complex calculation. It basically reads the model and its position on the world, and based on that it will generate all the shadow.